All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast. And with the start of a new MLB season here, I've given you my division by division breakdown on this matter. And with that said, it wouldn't if I've talked about the divisions, I gotta give you how I feel that the postseason outlook is going to look or take place rather for the upcoming campaign. So for the American League, I have the Yankees winning the AL East. I have the Tigers winning the American League Central, and I have the Mariners winning the American League West. And as far as records go, I think the Yankees are going to finish with the top record in the American League. My three wildcard teams for this year are all out of the East. I have Toronto, Baltimore, and Boston all getting there as wildcards. And on the National League side, I think that the road to the World Series on the NL side will go through Chavez Ravine, meaning that the Los Angeles Dodgers are going to have the best record on the senior circuit. I have the Atlanta Braves winning the National League East, and then I have the Chicago Cubs under manager Craig Counsell winning the Central. And then my three wild cards, I'm going with two teams from the East, and I'm going with one team from the Central. I've got the Mets, the Brewers, and the Phillies. So when it's all said and done, I'm looking at this thing. Um, and the way that we sift through this thing, there's a possibility of a rematch or several rematches from last year. Yankees, Blue Jays for me in the divisional round. Tigers, Mariners once again. When it's all said and done, I think we're looking at a Yankees Tigers matchup in the ALCS, and I really like the Yankees this year, led by their pitching, to get to the Fall Classic yet again for the second time in the last 3 years. On the National League side, like I said, the road to the World Series runs through Chavez Ravine, and one thing you could say about these Dodgers, they are battle tested and they know what it takes to get it done in October. And on top of that, like I said, when I was talking about the National League West, the Dodgers, usually when you see a team repeat like they have, you're waiting for them to fall off. No, these Dodgers have gotten better, and I think that is going to strengthen their cause once again. I think the Braves are going to be a very good team this year, bouncing back if everybody is healthy. I like the direction that the new Mets are going in. The Cubs, they're building something special at Wrigley, okay? The Brewers are going to continue to be the Brewers, and I think the Phillies do find a way to get there. But when it's all said and done, I think we're looking, and of course, this would be MLB's, you know, great dream, if you will, to have the Dodgers and Yankees once again in the Fall Classic. Of course, the most common pairing of meetings in the World Series in MLB history. They did it a couple of years ago, and I think they do it once again. But the Yankees have great pitching, but I'm not sure if they're going to get quality hitting, if they would get quality hitting in another World Series or enough quality hitting in the World Series once again against the Dodgers. Thus, I think the Dodgers are going to become the first MLB team since the Yankees back in 2000 to three-peat. The Dodgers are too strong, too fierce, and like I said before, this veteran team, they're still hungry and they know how to get it done come October. But folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank each and every one of you for checking out the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. And as always, if you like what you heard and saw on this podcast, you know what to do. Just hit that like button as well as subscribing to this channel. And like I always say, it's greatly appreciated. Also, if you are on the X, formerly known as Twitter, you can check me out anytime at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you give me that follow, it will be my pleasure to do the same in return. And that also goes for Instagram. You can check me out at 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge. Also, if you're on Facebook, definitely be sure to check out the Sports Depot 365. And as far as I'm concerned, one of the better sports groups going on social media. But until next time, fine folks, My name is William Martin, and I am signing off. And I'm saying thanks once again for checking out the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. Be well, everybody.